Good afternoon students. I am back with my next video on buccal drug delivery system. It is a part of mucoadhesive drug delivery system. So let's start our video. Please like, share and subscribe our channel for more informative videos. Students, as we know that buccal drug delivery systems involves the administration of the desired drug through the buccal mucosa membrane lining of the oral cavity. It is a potential route for typically large hydrophilic and unstable proteins, oligonucleotides and polysaccharides. It is suitable for both local and systemic drug delivery, and most of the buccal formulation are designed to provide sustained release of active ingredients. So students, before going to discuss the buccal drug delivery system in detail, we must be aware of the oral mucosa. So within the oral mucosal cavity, delivery of drug is basically classified into three main categories, that is sublingual delivery, buccal delivery and local delivery. Students, before discussing the buccal drug delivery system, we must be aware of the oral mucosal structure. So from the diagram represented here, you can see the structure of oral mucosa. There is a stratum corneum layer, stratified squamous epithelium layer is also there, then laminal bacilla cell is there, then lamina propria is present, submucosa is present, and then there is the bone. This is the basic structure of oral mucosa. The buccal epithelium is composed of 40 to 50 layers of non-keratinized stratified squamous cells. It is around 500 to 800 mm in thickness with varying degree of maturity. Then the uppermost superficial layer of cells is comprised of flattened, compact, differentiated cells of about 150 mm in thickness. You can see the lamina propria region. The structure of this region is not dense and it is not a barrier to drug permeation. The submucosa is a relatively dense connective tissue that contains a few accessory salivary glands called as mucus acinius. These mucus acini are surrounded by myoepithelial cells that aids in the secretion of saliva. So this was the structure of oral mucosa. Students, now question may arise in our mind that why buccal delivery of drugs? We have gone through different type of drug delivery system. Again, why buccal delivery? The buccal mucosa lines the inner cheeks and buccal formulation are placed in mouth between the upper gums and cheek to treat local and systemic conditions. The main important point behind delivering a drug through buccal drug delivery is the oral mucosa provides larger surface area. Okay, then the temperature in that area is uniform. It has higher permeability. It is well vascularized. Okay, then it facilitates rapid absorption. Since it is rich vascularized, it is more accessible for the administration and removal of dosage form. Then by giving any drug through buccal drug delivery, patient acceptability is higher as compared to the non-oral route of drug administration. An extensive first pass metabolism and drug degradation in the harsh gastrointestinal environment can be overcome by administering the drug via buccal route. So these are the main points behind delivering a drug through buccal route. Now students, it may come in your mind that what are the advantages of buccal drug delivery system. So the first and foremost advantage of buccal drug delivery system is ease of administration. Then second is termination of therapy is easy. We can terminate the therapy anytime when it is required. Then it permits localization of drug to the oral cavity for a prolonged period of time, and it can be administered to unconscious patients also. It offers an excellent route for the systemic delivery of drugs with high first pass metabolism. and thereby offering a greater viability, and a significant reduction in dose can be achieved, thereby reducing dose related side effects. So these are the advantages that make buccal drug delivery system of choice. Students, when advantages are there, then there are limitations also. So there are certain limitations of buccal drug delivery systems, like drugs which are unstable at buccal pH cannot be administered through buccal drug delivery system. Then drugs which have a bitter taste or unpleasant taste or an obnoxious odor or which irritate the mucosa cannot be administered by this route. Then a drug required with small dose can only be administered. Then those drugs which are absorbed by passive diffusion can only be administered by this route. And while taking the medicament through this route, eating and drinking become restricted. So these are the certain limitations that we have to keep in mind while preparing a drug for administration through buccal drug delivery system. Now student, the most important thing we have been studying in mucoid acid drug delivery system, then thereafter it is a part of mucoid acid drug delivery system, buccal drug delivery system. The main important thing is absorption. So buccal absorption leads systemic or local action via buccal mucosa. And there were two scientists, Dearden and Tomlinson, in 1971. They first pointed out that the saliva secretion may alter the buccal absorption kinetics from drug solution by changing the concentration of drug in mouth. So they were the scientists which shifted our interest from buccal drug delivery system towards the concentration of drug in the saliva also. So the mechanism of buccal absorption is the drug absorption occur by passive diffusion of the non-ionized species, a process governed primarily by concentration gradient through the intercellular spaces of the epithelium. From the figure you can see, the buccal mucosa has been said to be a lipoidal barrier to the passage of drug, as in the case with many of other mucosal membrane, and the more lipophilic the drug molecule, the more readily it is absorbed. Then the dynamics of buccal absorption of drug could be adequately described by the first order rate process. Here the diagram is presenting the thing, and there are several other potential barriers also to buccal drug absorption which have been identified, but these are the main leading factors. Since we are talking about drug absorption, so basically there are two pathways. Drug delivery pathways are basically of two types through the mucous layer. First is transcellular route and another one is paracellular route. Okay, so from the diagram here you can see that this is a tight junction of epithelial cells of the mucous layer, and if a drug follows transcellular route, then it goes through the epithelial cells. Okay, then if we talk about paracellular route, then paracellular route is the movement of the drug across the membrane through the pores or through the gaps between the epithelial cells. So these are the two pathways by which drug delivery occurs in mucous layer. Then oral mucosa is a very leaky epithelial membrane and intermediate between that of epidermis and intestinal mucosa. It is more leaky than epidermis, but it is less leaky than intestinal mucosa, and here the permeability is around 4 to 4,000 times greater than the skin. So you can understand the rate of absorption, how much the rate of absorption will increase when the permeability increases. And here a comparative estimation is given that the mucosal layer inside our buccal cavity is around or the oral mucosa is around 4 to 4000 times higher as compared to our skin. Here from the diagram you can understand that there are different type of buccal dosage form. From this diagram I have tried to summarize the different types of buccal dosage form. Basically there are non-attached delivery system and then there is mucoadhesive drug delivery system. When we talk about non-attaching delivery system, it is fast dissolving tablets, microporous hollow fibers and chewing gum formulation. Okay, that does not adhere to our mucosa, but the wide range of buccal dosage forms belongs to the mucoadhesive drug delivery system. Okay, and these are further divided into solids, semi-solid, patches or films and then solution. Solid contains tablet or lozenges, wafers, disc and powders. In semi-solid, adhesive gels are there, adhesive ointment are there, paste are there, sponges are there and emulsion with adhesive properties. Then again comes patches and films. Here it is either it is bi-layered film or it is multi-layered film. And the last category is solution, which contain mouthwashes and aerosols or sprays. So these are the different type of dosage forms, various types of dosage forms. So students, here we come to an end of our video on the basics of buccal drug delivery system. Keep conceptualizing the matter. We will be back with our next video on formulation consideration of buccal drug delivery systems, which is the further part of this video. Thanks for watching our video. Keep watching and stay at home, stay safe, and please like, share and subscribe our channel for more informative videos. Thank you students.